I've been using the AirPods Pros for over a year now, and as hard as it is to believe, they are for many people fundamentally flawed. While there's no denying that they boast phenomenal sound quality and plenty of features, quite a significant amount of people, including myself, are experiencing one particular issue with these earbuds that is basically going to be a deal breaker. And so I hate to say it, but before you rush out and buy a pair, you might want to reconsider, or at least try them on first. Although, taking a step back, aside from this problem, and for the people who won't be affected by it, the AirPods Pros truly do have a lot of top-notch stuff to offer. And so in this video, I'm going to be giving my thoughts on the AirPods Pro from a long-term point of view, and whether this one fatal flaw could have you digging out the receipt to return them. So, like always, let's kick off this review with the design, in particular, the case. The case here feels very well put together. There's no seams, it's got a very minimalist and symmetrical design, and on top of that, it also has wireless charging. And when you open up the lid, that high quality Apple product feel is only more prominent. It is very satisfying to open and close the lid, and if this was 2017, it would make for a pretty good fidget toy. Although, in my experience after a year, the case did get a little bit scratched up, since it's made of plastic, and therefore it picks up this kind of stuff pretty easily. It's not super obvious, and it can be prevented by putting a case on, although that's just something I never really got around to buying. Now, taking a look at the actual stars of the show inside, we can see that the AirPods Pros themselves are held in by two very strong and solid magnets that allow putting them back inside to be a very satisfying and easy task. Now, this is going to hit close to home for quite a lot of you out there who own the AirPods Pros, but if you want to maintain the cleanliness of the inside of the case, that's going to be a job you're going to have to do quite often. I'm talking probably every week at least, since dead skin and just general gunk from inside your ears can make its way inside the case very easily. Now, moving on to the AirPods themselves, I personally think that they look pretty good. Not amazing by any means, but there's nothing wrong with the aesthetics. Plus, they're IPX7 water resistant, so they will remain unharmed from sweat. On the bottom, we get a pressure sensitive stem, as also seen on the new AirPods 3, and this is super helpful for being able to control your audio without pulling out your phone. And the fact that it feels like you're pressing a physical button when you're actually not is also very cool. You can do things like double press to skip a song, press once for pause, or hold them down to switch between noise cancellation and transparency modes. The noise cancellation on here works amazingly, and it feels just like you have a pair of earplugs in. No, it doesn't block out every little bit of background noise, but what can I say, it comes pretty darn close. Sometimes I even just put them inside my ears while I'm working without any music, just so I can get some peace and quiet and think clearly. And let's not forget about the transparency mode either, because that also works amazingly too. It comes in handy in situations where hearing is kind of important, like when crossing a road, and you can hear every single thing that goes on around you just as well as normal. Now, while we're on the topic of audio, I guess this would be a pretty good time to talk about the actual quality of it. And well, I don't really know what to tell you here, apart from that it's phenomenal. Excellent bass, rich treble, and just overall an incredibly high quality listening experience. After all, these do cost 400 Australian, so there wasn't really anything else I expected apart from that, and I can bet my bottom dollar that it definitely delivered. All in all, the sound quality on here never misses a beat. Get it? 'Cause like, beat as in like a song. And if you're just looking for a pair of earbuds with uncompromising audio, these are definitely worth looking into. Now, moving back to the actual pods, you'll also notice that the ends come with detachable plugs to suit your ear size, and this is where our little or not so little problem comes in. You see, for people with normal sized ears, there won't be any problems here at all, but for that certain group of people with smaller ear holes, aka me, trying to get them to stay in for a long period of time without them falling out is, well, a lot more difficult than it needs to be. I'm talking about when doing things that require you to be moving, including running, gymming, even eating. And it's only when I'm sitting very still that I can get them to not fall out for a long period of time. I have tried every single replacement tip size that came inside the box, and while the small ones fit me the best, well, they're still pretty dodgy, and they're not 100% secure, which is honestly just not good enough considering the Pro name and the Pro price point, and also considering the fact that the normal AirPods, aka the second generation AirPods, fit in my ears just fine, and they don't show any signs at all of falling out. And they're, what, $200 less? Bottom line though, you can have incredible sound quality, amazing noise cancellation, and a great design, but if they can't even stay in your ears, what's the point? Now, you can actually go out and buy attachments for these that will help them to stay in, but is that really an excuse? Again, this is not going to be the case for everybody. If you do have the right sized ears, then it's pretty much all smooth sailing, but before you purchase, it is just so vital that you go out and test them, try them on first, and make sure that they fit, because If you don't, it's just going to be constant anxiety that they're going to fall out. Now, in terms of the battery life, the AirPods Pros do pretty well. According to Apple, you can get up to 4.5 hours of listening time on a single charge, and they definitely live up to this claim. By no means does this kind of battery life blow anything out of the water, but I've definitely had no issues with it, and considering that they charge really fast, there's not really too much to complain about here, so it gets a pass from me. And so, with my review now out of the way, I'd like to conclude by summarizing that yes, the AirPods Pros are indeed top of the line, especially in terms of sound quality, and are absolutely worth your purchase if you try them on first and make sure that your ears are the right size for them. Because if they aren't, and you buy them without making sure, it's going to be constant anxiety that they're going to fall out whenever you're doing something more active than sitting still or walking at a steady pace. Sure, the $400 price tag definitely doesn't make this matter look any better, but as I said before, it's all going to be smooth sailing if your ears are the right size, and you'll be absolutely blown away by everything they pack. The sound quality, noise cancellation, battery life, it's all there, and it's all pretty much top notch. But yeah, it is absolutely just so vital that you try them on first and test them out before you do any purchasing. If you enjoyed this video or found it useful in any way, please make sure you drop me a like and subscribe to TechSpree for more reviews, insights, and the occasional unboxing. Thank you so much for watching. This is Tom with TechSpree, and I'll see you as always next time.